And joining us on set, University of San Diego professor and terrorism expert Ron B. Thank you for being here.
You're very welcome.
The killer had been investigated 3 times, the last time in 2014. Should he have been on some kind of watch list?
Well, that's a great question. Right now they're going to say yes because of what's happened today. I think it was a mistake, a big mistake, not to keep him on a watch list.
He was able to go in just in the last week to buy these weapons because he hasn't been convicted of a crime, not on a watch list. He wasn't on the radar.
Yeah, well, because the databases are separate unless they are linked. Now they're going to start looking at that. There's a joint terrorism task force, not just in San Diego, but 71 of them that share information around the nation. They're going to look at that very carefully, and I'm sure they'll make some recommendations to the president.
And in 2014, when they interviewed him, it was for something very serious.
Very serious because of links to someone from Florida who in turn had left to go to Syria and is the only American to have conducted suicide operations in Syria. Killed 30 people, blowing himself up. So that to me is very significant.
And at this point, they're still investigating. They don't know if he was inspired by ISIS or directed by ISIS, but what strikes you there?
What strikes me there is their synonyms, because whether or not he has an iPhone with a WhatsApp encrypted technology or whether he got it off the internet or he's just mentally deranged, the issue is that he declared in the club 20 minutes into the operation, calling 911 that he was doing this on behalf of ISIS. So very disturbing indeed.
Yeah. And it reminds us all that we're at war, but your take home from what happened here today?
My take home is we are at war and that this is terrorism 2.0. 1.0 was you go to Syria or Afghanistan before that, train, and then go conduct terrorism operations, like what happened in Brussels and Paris. But what happens here is they're recruiting us to turn against ourselves via the internet, and that is something very, very dangerous.
Okay. Ron B., thank you for being here. Thank you as always for your expertise.
Thank you for having me.